there are more things that bind us than divide us. And it doesn't matter whether I'm talking to a Sunni or whether I'm talking to a Muslim or I'm talking to a member of the Israeli Defense Force. If you look at it, most of us want better lives for our children than the ones that we've had. Most of us want to live in peace, believe it or not, and most of us want to live healthfully for as long as possible.
For a New Zealand context, New Zealand audience, of course, you've been here and done a part of your gang series with Mongrel Mob.
Yeah.
What did you learn, do you think, because you did gangs all around the world, the common thread between them?
People join gangs because they have a need to belong, a reason to find an identity. Some people lack family, some people lack strong members in their family, so they'll alternate and they'll find something else, they'll find an alternative.
When you do these interviews, you do find that most people are very similar.
Oh yeah.
And no story is black or white.
No, absolutely. Shades of grey. That's what you'll find if you come to this thing. That I think often there are elements of the media that would like to paint it as simple as that, but it rarely is.
Does it become difficult on a human level to witness those kinds of stories? And how do you stay optimistic about the world when you do witness them?
Without sounding blasé, I think sadly, the more tragedy you experience, the better you get at handling it. But I don't think you can ever lose touch with the human side of yourself.
Do you think it's been a much more fulfilling career than acting?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being an actor, and I really enjoyed it, and I loved it. And as you say, you get to work with some very creative people, some very interesting people, and some very bright people. But there is nothing like, I mean, you know, people talk about Afghanistan, but I had some of the best food I've ever had. I made some of the best friends with some of those Afghans.
And good food is really important when you're on the road.
It certainly is. I've also never gone to the toilet so much under the stars without the use of porcelain. And on what stars? I mean, what stars, what skies, what sunsets, what sunrises. Things that I would never have expected to see or would never have witnessed had I stayed in the career that I started off doing.